Hello and welcome back to Alephium Team Talks. In this interview series, I'm trying to get to the bottom of all of my colleagues so that you can learn more about the people who work here at Alephium, what they do, some of their background, and what they're working on. So I'm joined here today by Mika. I'll let Mika introduce himself.
Hey, thanks, Pepper. So, hi everybody. So I'm Mika. I'm working on front-end development, but also design, product design, and also I'm doing some visuals for the marketing and communication team. So quite a lot of different things, and I've been doing that for a long time now. Actually, 6 years now. We are in September, so 6 years that I've been doing that for Alephium. Yeah, really happy to be here.
Wow, 6 years at Alephium. I have heard that you were the first employee. Could you tell me how did that happen? How did you meet Cheng and uh, join this company?
Well, yeah. So it started. So I've worked with Cheng in the past in a previous company. He was focusing on the mathematics. It was really like the brain behind. So we were actually creating a software to manage autonomous vehicles. Um, and so we got to work a little bit together. And when he started Alephium, he just came back to me and asked if I could. I first did the visuals, the visual identity, the logo, the branding, and it started like this. And then I started working on the front end, and we were a really small team at the beginning. Yeah, it's things changed quite a bit
Yeah, and that was a different world, right? That was
for sure.
pre-pandemic. I'm guessing
Hmm.
what, like six months before the pandemic started, roughly?
No, even before that, it was 20. Yeah, I started a little bit earlier actually, but yeah, when we really got into the project, that's true. You're right. It was at the beginning of the pandemic. Yeah,
So
yeah,
obviously, like we're a fully remote team. So like back
yeah,
then at the start, you were all working remotely in lockdown, just cracking away at Alephium, right?
yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
That's cool. So, like, I know your work is kind of about making like complex technology be more beautiful, accessible, easy to use. Um, how do you kind of apply this design philosophy to all of Alephium's products, visual assets, websites, things like that?
Yeah, well, I think you said it well. From the beginning, I've been really trying to make this complex technology that we are building as beautiful and easy to use. Um, I think, well, I'm sure that Alephium is quite a unique project. Um, I would say that in the past years, the technology has matured in a beautiful way with Le Mans, Rhône, and now Danube. Um, so yeah, we have something that is fast, that is secure, that is unlocking so many concrete use cases. But uh, well, in order to achieve this, I think yeah, the technology got. I mean, it's quite complex. It's beautiful, but it's complex under the hood. We use, like you probably know, we use sharding. We have UTXOs, and so all this complexity needs to be abstracted. Um, so because yeah, lithium is nothing if nobody actually uses it. So yeah, my goal every day, and I would say today more than ever, is to make this wonderful technology accessible to anybody. So trying to hide complexity and also focusing on delivering features that are a joy to use and actually useful, and not only for technical people, but also for normies and degen, and yeah, to try and reach a broad community of users.
No, that's cool. I do feel that when I use the wallets that there's a lot of thought and intention gone into every design, every button, every feature. And it's obviously I'm new here, right? I'm one of the newest members of the team. So I'm catching up. I'm learning about the company and I'm trying to help the community learn about you guys at the same time. And you've seen the entire lifespan and every iteration of Alephium, which I think's really fascinating. I wish I had that kind of holistic knowledge of this project. But right now, where we are at this very moment, what are you working on as we speak? Now, I've seen a little bit in your weekly dev updates, but you tell me for yourself what's current.
Yeah. Well, I would say so. In the past month, we focused on making the wallets, so the mobile wallet and the desktop wallet, as polished as possible. So we fixed many issues. We improved performances quite a lot. Um, I've refined the layout, the design, simplified many things. So I would say in the first part of the year, the goal was to really have solid um, and reliable core products so that we can then focus on the next step. Uh, and yeah, the next step I would say is this card app we've been talking quite a lot about. Um, and so, yeah, this is really the first new product that the core team is developing for a long time now. So the focus, yeah, was really like on the back end and the wallets to allow people to actually use the technology. But now this is, yeah, really the brand new product, and this is super exciting to me, I have to say. Um, uh, I, I don't know if you know, but a few years ago, before Alephium, I've actually worked for a semi-decentralized exchange. So I was responsible for developing all the interfaces for trading, wallet management, and so I'm coming back to this a little bit now. Um, but instead of focusing only on trading, um, and I would say maybe in the past in this company, so it was Like, for those who maybe some of you know, it was like quite a popular project in 2017, 2018. So we focused more on the traditional trading experience, so more like, you know, the Web 2 experience. And now at Alephium, we really try to develop this DEX that is pure Web 3. Um, and yeah, it's way more interesting, I think, but also way more complex. You have concepts like, you know, providing concentrated liquidity, staking, things that even for me, like I didn't have a lot of experience with those things. So yeah, in the past weeks, I really I spent a lot of my time researching, using a lot of competitors, dexes, providing liquidity, understanding what could be improved, what could be simplified, and yeah, I think right now I'm at a state where I've identified the things that I think we could do better, and I've started working on the mockups, wireframes, um, and yeah, it's quite
Oh,
exciting.
I'd like to see them. I'd like to be one of the first to see them. uh,
You
but
will.
you have to balance this need for functionality to please Web3 degens, you know, with something that's familiar and to them,
Mm.
also make it accessible to others and visually appealing. Could I ask, like, what have you seen from other projects that you find really top quality or, you know, inspirational for your designs?
Mm. Good question. from what I've seen, um, I would say the market right now is really split between you have projects really aiming for people that are financially literate, like that really understand what's going on and they have a lot of experience. And so, dark interfaces with a lot of button shortcuts, actions, sometimes even the sci-fi vibe of many things going on. And you have projects that are maybe not the opposite, but really trying to be uh I don't know, maybe sometimes like toys or like rainbow vibe. Uh, so it's either really complex and dark or really light and playful.
Yeah.
And some are in between. Like the one that I really like and I take a lot of inspiration from is Uniswap. I mean, that's the most used of them all, and I think they really managed to strike a good balance. It's quite simple, in my opinion, maybe sometimes a little bit too simple. I've been using it quite a lot, and there are some data that I am personally looking for, and I think most users are looking for that. I have to do a lot of clicks to actually get to the data I want to see. So, but Uniswap I think is going in the right direction. We are let's say we when we started developing this card app, we started from Radium. So we took inspiration from Radium and we based some of the code on Radium that we think, technologically speaking, is a really solid project. In terms of UI, again, I think many things that could be improved, but they also managed to have like to show a clear overview of what's going on. They are quite transparent, and so those are the things I am also looking for when I'm using this kind of products. So those are the two I like, and I'm taking inspiration from. Yeah.
Great answer, Mika. I like both of those platforms too, although Radium, I've lost so much money on meme coins that I don't ever want to use it again. Uniswap, a few years ago, when Uniswap, SushiSwap, PancakeSwap all launched, I could see that it was a bit further ahead, more mature than the other two. So
Mm.
it's no surprise to me that it turned out to be the biggest of the three and a much bigger success. It is a great platform. So
Mm.
that's some alpha for you guys watching because we nobody knew that like what where your inspiration's coming from for the Chord app. So there's a little piece of alpha. Make of it what you will. Now I've got one more question for you, Mika. It's a bit of a change of subject. It's actually about creating some visual content, which you've been helping me so much with. Really appreciate that. Um, I would like to know, like, how does your role as a front end developer and designer interact, like, between the different teams, especially between marketing and community? How do you get involved in that?
Yeah. Um, Yeah, I think this is a quite a special thing. It's not so common that you have a person that is spread in between product development, product design, and content for marketing and communication. Um, it's been like this for me from the start of the project, and yeah, I have to say that I really like it. And by the way, I'm really happy to have you on board. I think there's there's really like a new refreshing energy in this department, marketing and communication, and I'm really looking forward to see how it's going. But yeah, for me, I think it, it's really a way interacting with marketing, producing content for marketing is also a way to refine and improve my work in product development, because talking with you guys is also for me uh, a way to have like a link with the community. um, and to be more in touch with what's going on in the community, what the users are looking for, what as a project we want to showcase, what we want to show the world. So to be really in the middle of all this allows me, I think, to better design the products as well. And also it's funny because designing the products, making them simple, this also have an influence in the way I will present the project to the world, and the content I will produce for marketing purposes. So I think being in the middle of all this is actually really interesting, and it benefits both the marketing and the product development.
Yeah, it definitely benefits me to have such a talented like visual artist, graphic designer on the team. You know, probably you would agree with me, like the team is really multi-talented. You've got people who come from quite diverse, like professional backgrounds. They're able to fill in different areas and have quite diverse skills. That's been really good for me to see that there's no one-trick ponies. Like everyone has like quite a big view of the team and the picture and where they can have an impact. That's not always the case. So it's really cool to see you as like chief product officer and to be doing graphic design and doing the UIs, front ends. That must be quite interesting for you to be able to like uh get involved in different stuff, right? Like to take a break from one thing and do something else. Is that good for your workflow?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, actually, I think this is something that I need, um, because sometimes when you are deep into the code, and you like you don't see your hands anymore. Going back to the drawing board, switching to a creative mode, I think it's really refreshing, and having this balance, at least for me personally, really helped me being to be more efficient both in content production and coding and more technical stuff. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Mika, it's really nice to get to know you better. I'm glad we could do this call and share some of your knowledge and experience with the world. Uh, that's all the questions I've got. Is there anything you'd like to say? I know Ilias, he did a CTA inviting people to contribute code. Maybe there's something you'd like to say to the community.
Um, But I always say the same thing, but don't hesitate to share feedback when you use our products. Negative feedback is also really good as long as it's constructive. Um, and yeah, we are very often putting out some betas of the mobile wallet and also the desktop wallet. And when the market is low, we see less engagement. So even if the morale is a bit lower, if you can help us testing the betas, it's always really appreciated, um, because I'm sure things will get better. And so we need solid products for when everybody is coming back to Alephium. So so yeah, your help is really appreciated, and yeah, I love the community. By the way, I have so many good interactions with so many people, so I'm always grateful for that. And so I want to say thanks.
That's awesome, Mika. Thank you. Yes, the beta can make things better. And I believe we have around 600 beta testers. If you want to join that and, really be the first to see new features on Alephium products, that's how to do it. So reach out and see if you can sign up. Uh, Mika, that's it for today. Thank you so much for your time. It was really a pleasure to hang out here on this video call. I'll speak to you soon.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Bye. Thank
Thank you.
you.